Okay, let's get started. Let me call the November Town of Washington ZBA Board meeting to order. On tonight's agenda, there's the carryover of the area variance for a pool at 610 Stanford Road. That was a continuation from last month, and two new ones. One for an area variance for a barn at 245 Hammond Hill Road. Property is zoned R10 by Michelle and Denise Maggi. And the third one is for the White Farm Trust for an area variance from the front yard and a relief on the 25% rule, 43 Butts Hollow Road, also zoned R10. So with that, Danielle, and when you come up to the I believe where we left it, we had about 5 questions for you.
Yep.
One was where the line from the well to the house was for the water, where you were going to put the propane tank, where you were going to put the pump and filter for the pool, and I think the fencing, was a question on fencing, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
Yes?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so with that,
We all have a copy, yes.
so it looks like you've got a buried propane tank a couple of feet from the back property line. You've got the mechanicals for the pump and the filter over in the corner. Don't see a rerouting of the water line.
So right here, it starts here, the new one goes here. This is what the new plan is to go.
The green line.
The green line is the new, so we're gonna start here,
Okay.
go over, down, and then to the house. Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
So that is our new,
I missed
sorry,
that.
the green line
I
is.
missed that.
Yes, the green line is the moved well line.
Okay. And the fence,
The fence is your right around the property.
okay, so you've got the fence completely
Yep.
enclosed.
Yep.
So, then in my mind, for me at least, the question becomes, the propane tank seems to be located about to the property line, so that's part of the pool, and mechanicals are over in this corner. My question is for the mechanicals, have you discussed with your neighbor and got his, since that house that seems to sit right here, seems to be right on the property line, the fact that you're gonna put,
Their house is right here.
yeah, that you're gonna put this fairly close to their house?
No, I haven't talked to them.
The other, there was one other question, was, can the pool be rotated?
Well, if the well line goes here now like that, you're gonna still have to go this way for the pool.
Honestly,
go over.
the mindset of the pool being oriented like that was honestly about the neighbor. Like, I don't really want to be, I want to be as far away from the neighbor as possible. When my kids are jumping in the deep end and stuff like that, like, they have a house that's right on the property line. And if I go like this, my mindset was, okay, now my kids are running over here as opposed to running over here. And there's nobody lives here.
What type of fence you putting up?
It'll be, what do you call it? Looks like that standard black.
It's not mesh fence, it's chain link
Chain link
fence, black chain link fence.
would be the mindset.
Is it
Here
filled?
and here, like, is it what?
Filled.
What is that?
Can you see through it? The chain link?
Yeah, I might do something else here. There, I would talk to the neighbor. I'd want something nice. You really can't see through all the trees here in the summer at all. In the fall.
That's Hitchcock Cattle Corporation, isn't it?
That's the back here.
That's the back. Here they make fillers for chain link fences that just slide down the chain links.
They also, they have netting now too, that's,
Right.
I
I think
did
what-
like a darker color here. The mindset is that's going to be viewable. Like this will be viewable from the street. That's going to be something nicer higher end, because that's you're gonna see. This you're gonna see. This stuff's kind of gonna be in the trees, so I wasn't gonna spend a ton of money on that.
Was it 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot? What are you gonna, how high is the fence gonna
Whatever
be?
the stand, whatever.
I think it's a 4 foot,
4
4 foot limit, yeah, for,
What I was gonna do.
Why so far away? Why not closer to the pool?
I kind of had the sheds here was the mindset, so all the equipment would be in there and just trying to confine everything to one area.
Could you rotate the pool off this corner and bring it up this way?
I could, but again, like then the deep end's gonna be here, and my kids are gonna be.
Can't you
running.
make the deep end here? I mean, you're digging a hole.
Yeah, I don't know that I want the deep end right off.
coming out the front,
Whatever, this was the suggestion that we made
about rotating it, yeah.
about
but
rotating it. That way you wouldn't have
If
to
you rotate
read
it again, then you're going closer to your well line.
Well, if you rotated it off this corner, you wouldn't have to touch the well.
But I can't go too close here. I can't move it too much further here. There's a retaining wall here, so I'm trying to keep it.
Rotating more.
Well, I'm talking about if you spin it on this corner, so it goes
Yeah,
over
this
it
corner.
this way.
You're coming all the way out here, aren't you?
You got, yeah. And
So what
that,
would you have, I mean, you completely, because you're well, you're gonna go through your well anyway, if you rotate it.
not if you rotate it off this corner.
Rotate it off this corner. So basically it'd be like,
You got a pencil
you get close right there. You get close to that corner right there.
or a pen or, I just, this is,
Is that mostly to avoid?
well, it eliminates this setback variance.
It reduces the setback you need.
Yeah. It
My,
just,
and
the variance
listen,
you
I
need.
don't know anything about this, but my mindset was nobody lives here, so.
It's pretty, yeah, it's all wooded back there.
It's all,
Yeah.
wooded on this side, here's where your neighbor is, up here on this
So
side.
I was trying to like
Use
be
a
nice
line.
to the neighbor and not come near here, even though they have a house that's right on the property line. I still was trying to be a good neighbor. Where the pool makes the most sense is right here, but I wouldn't do that.
so there's a neighbor living here,
Yeah.
not here.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
where you're
right here.
thinking, yes, that is all wooded area,
Right here. This
Yes.
this is like what do you call it?
This is
Farmland.
hundreds of acres of,
yes.
Hitchcock Cattle
Yeah.
Corporation.
Yep.
Yeah.
this is James Cornell's property from the planning board, I believe, to the north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the new owner?
Oh, when I saw parcel access, I saw Cornell.
Whoever used to live here in this big house, now they live. Sorry, I'll turn around. Yeah, whoever used to live here now lives in that small house.
Okay.
They moved from one side to the other, and then they're doing all kinds of work on it right now. But yeah, that was my mindset. No one's here. My understanding, you can't build here, so going closer to here kind of made more sense to me. And aesthetically, it felt like a good thing. You come off the driveway here, you go up the stairs, you can kind of walk straight here, or we'll put a path here straight to the patio, or you can walk straight here. So it just felt aesthetically pleasing because the house goes like this. So it would kind of be an L shape. And then this patio is kind of all a bluestone. So the mindset was this blue area would kind of continue that bluestone feel, and this would all be grass. So it was just kind of L shaping the whole
Property.
property.
Shoot, pen.
So
Not
how far,
opposed to any ideas, but that was the mindset. The thing.
I
And I haven't got a quote on moving this line yet, so maybe that makes
it would just, it would eliminate having to move the well, the water main.
Yeah.
so in my mind, you're really asking for 4 variances then. The distance of the propane tank here to the property
No,
line.
it's buried though. A buried propane tank is,
Yeah, it's still part of the pool.
I'm not married to that. I was told to put it near the driveway within.
Well, we had it
75
up
feet.
here on this corner, and then we said that it had to be 75 feet from the
Driveway
driveway in order
to-
for the
Yeah,
propane
for the,
complement. So,
Can't fill it
the
when it's over
propane
there.
tank, is not set dead,
I can go anywhere.
we can go anywhere with it. you know.
Now you've got a side yard setback that way and a side backyard there, which to me,
These are, this is considered
part of the pool,
part of the
It's too close to the boundary is what you're saying?
yeah.
And what is the
Or you'd
setback
be
for,
asking, or you'd be asking for a variance for those.
and what is the setbacks from the boundary from,
75 to the back and 100 feet from the side.
for filter equipment?
Yeah. It's permanent installation.
put it against the house here.
That
This-
works.
My mindset was, there's already 2 sheds here, what difference does it make if I have this here and I can put the equipment in there? I'm just trying to like. And again, this is only closer
Yeah, I
to
was
the
just gonna
neighbor, so
say.
I'm just trying to be a nice neighbor here.
You feel it's gotta go away from there, I mean, I guess,
It's fine here, this is where all the AC is stuff, so I'm fine there too.
always run the equipment around.
I'm talking about something like that.
Over closer to the house, over by the chimney is where he's talking, right here, running the lines
Oh.
around is where he's talking about putting,
Yeah,
sorry,
put it against the house.
closer to the house. Cause he said would you say the AC units are over here? Or chimney?
It's not chimney. It's not a chimney, it's not chimney, that's the AC unit.
Okay,
Chimney's over here.
It says the corner of the house is 54.9, so someplace here. Define the side yard number.
Did I put it inside the shed?
pre-existing.
You got electric there?
It's a building department
Yeah.
question, probably.
That was
If
my
it's a
idea.
pre-existing thing, you can't put it in there.
You can.
I don't know, I'm asking.
What's the lay of the land here? Is this flat?
Most of them. It's just like. Line of like a foot, I think.
Yeah,
Haven't really-
Is there an incline from here to here?
Not really.
no, very minimal.
Yeah, just, it's easy to drain a line if it's uphill, that's all. If you're gonna drain
We
the
have,
lines.
I mean, we have, machines, compressors and stuff that we blow lines out as well. If
Oh, I understand.
Having to-
I'm just curious.
Shed's a permanent structure with foundation.
I don't know if it's got a foundation inside.
There's 2 of them.
I don't know if we can really see if there's a foundation on it. Maybe a little
Concrete floor.
concrete- Yeah, I mean, it
Wood
looks,
floor, I know that.
is it
Both-
wood floor?
Yeah. I like the concrete underneath. Seems pretty scary.
Frank, where are you and everything?
I'm just thinking about the mechanicals. I don't have a problem with the propane tank or even the way the pool is situate. As long as the water line's moved.
Mhm. Which is what you were planning on, right? Having that water line moved in order for the
Happy
pool,
with
yeah.
that. So, yeah. Kevin told me that right at the beginning, because I can't figure out where the well line was.
Okay.
Fletcher,
And I already got a guy.
your thoughts?
It makes more sense to me to put the mechanicals near the chimney or the AC stuff. Just because it's less of a variance. It's further away from the property line and all that kind of stuff. And it seems to me to be, makes more sense there rather than putting it over here. But that's just my,
I'm indifferent to that, if it would do the trick, and
less
at the end of
pipe.
the day, just a little bit away from the pool, so it's not too noisy.
You put it over here by the AC stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. And you listen to that AC anyway.
Yeah, and it's less pipe, less electric. You know, you're coming out of the house, you don't have to bury an electric all the way up there.
How many is it? A slab?
I think it's 4x8 is a slab. 4x8 is a slab that
Yeah,
we
so
typically
it's
do.
about- that's what
for all the
4x8
equipment.
looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. Guess I could be having a propane tank, really. It's buried. So all we're gonna see is the
Top to where you fill
top of
it.
it, so,
Okay.
so,
So we're saying right now,
So
just
if
the
we-
thing is the equipment going to the side.
so if at some point in time,
Mhm.
you would have to give us distance from that slab to the property line, okay?
Okay. Is it something that's gonna be printed out?
It should be because
It's got to be described because it's going to be in
the
the
record,
record.
Okay. So if it means if it's not here right now tonight, does that mean
well, I
it
was gonna
doesn't?
put,
Okay, because I just didn't know like if
no,
it,
no, I understand where you're going. So we've, well, I guess what I'm saying is forget the propane tank. We've got a 40-foot variance there and a variance to be determined from the side yard here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
from
so,
here to here, from here to the side of the house.
yeah,
Okay.
so. Okay, so I guess it's time for public hearing. Can I have a motion to open the public hearing? I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second by Fletcher. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody from the audience interested? Comment, questions? If not, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
Seconded by Frank. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so, I think we've done, I think the best we can to minimize the extent of the variance that would be needed. Moving that closer, moving the mechanicals closer to the house, I think, lessens the impact potentially to the neighbor in the future, seeing anything, so. My mind then would be a 40-yard variance from the pool to the back
40 foot,
40 foot.
yeah, not 40 yard.
Oh,
Watching a lot of football, are you?
thank you, Fletcher. And the fact that the mechanicals will be moved close to the house and you'll give us a number as to what that is so we can determine the actual number for the variance.
Okay, so from here to here, you need to know the distance.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
That way we know how much of a variance to give.
Okay.
Okay, so I'd say we give them I'd make a motion that we give them a conditional variance with those two sets of numbers tonight.
Second that.
Seconded by,
Before that, let's make a motion that we declare this a type 2 action under seeker.
I think we
You
did.
did it at the last meeting.
Did we do that? Okay.
We didn't last time. So,
Right, so you made a motion, you seconded it?
seconded by Fletcher.
Oh.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. So,
Okay, so the next thing we gotta do is just get you measurements for that.
yep.
Okay.
And then we can incorporate that in the record. And you really ought to give us a print of where that is for the record.
That's fine, I'll do a satellite image and put the filter slab where it's going. I'll draw out where the filter slab's going on a satellite and do the measurements.
Yeah, just like what you did is fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, provide it to Kristen.
Yep, I'll get it to her tomorrow.
Okay.
Or maybe tonight.
If not sooner.
And we'll get to her tonight, believe me, I'm going back to the office.
Oh, if you do it tonight,
Yeah.
let us know tonight.
There you go, thank you guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take it easy. Good luck.
Yeah.
Okay, 245 Hammond Hill Road. Come on up. By the way, I'm John Parisi, Frank Reynolds to my right, Fletcher Cottington to my, I'm sorry, to my left, to my right, and Aaron Werner
Aaron Werner,
as our
Aaron
consultant.
Consultant.
I'm representing Denise and Misha Majid on this barn proposal.
Mhm.
It's a 22-acre parcel, and it seems kind of odd, I'm in here for a variance for a barn, but it's an odd-shaped parcel, which is narrow on the Hammond Hill side, and then widens out as it goes back. The problem is, as it goes back, the topo drops off so quick to the east and to the north, that really, this is really the best weather spot to propose this barn. And the other problem we have is we have 100-foot setback both from the road and from the eastern boundary. The rest of the whole lot looking east is a huge septic system. So
This is where you're suggesting the bump there?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. This is
Help me
this is
kind
all
of
septic.
describe it again.
Okay,
Where's the road?
okay, here's the road. Okay, that's Hammond Hill. Right here,
This is your road.
right, this is our driveway back toward you, right? This is the main house,
Mhm,
and that's the two-car garage with the guest suite in it,
mhm.
okay? And this hatch line is the 100-foot setback. Okay, it comes around and follows the road.
All right.
Okay, this back here just falls off. This is all septic. These are fields, and then this is the setback from the road. So there's really no place else to put it other than in the 100-foot setback. So that's why we're here.
Help me, I don't see any contour lines in this area.
Yeah, well, when Chazen did this, I don't think they had to go outside of this footprint. But there's, in fact, we submitted pictures also, I think. Different pictures with the package. That's our issue. It's a 24 by 40 barn. Eventually, he wants to, get a tractor and take care of his own property, and, there's really,
And where were you gonna put this?
I'm sorry. Let me look at this with you. This is the
Here?
road. Yes. This
Over
is
there?
looking, this is looking northeast from Hammond Hill. So in other words, Mr. Misha owns the property next door also. He
Right.
bought that lot. But if you're looking at this property, here's your road, here's your setback.
Yeah,
That's your hatch line, that's your
Okay.
100-foot setback.
Right.
This is all septic.
Yeah, they were.
can't he just combine the properties and then he doesn't need this
He-
40-foot
He
setback?
would prefer not to.
Why?
I'm not quite sure.
What about a lot line change?
That's an option also. He's got three options: variance, lot line realignment, or combine the properties. Yeah, I think he thought he'd start this way first.
But if the applicant has the ability to do something and not request a variance, that seems to be top on the priority list of things.
That was mentioned to Che. Actually, he talked to somebody from Chazen's office, and they suggested that he should go for a variance before he goes for lot line realignment. And that's what we're here for.
Yeah, but the code clearly states that if it can be remedied by a lot line adjustment, then that's really what should be done.
Does it state that? 'Cause I thought you talked to Sarah this morning and she looked it up and she didn't see that.
She can get back to me by 3, so
Okay. She called me this afternoon and told me that she couldn't find anything in the code that stated that, and I didn't check it. I can. Even if they went for the lot line change, it would still go to the planning board. It would also require a public hearing. It would be a similar process to what you're going through. James Finley also gave them the variance recommendation to go first, so that's why they came in.
Correct.
but I guess I still haven't heard a good reason why the lot line isn't viable.
Well, the applicant should explain.
His feelings are right now that with the 22 acres, he would like to keep the other lot separate.
You can do that,
you know.
because all you need to do is move the line to accomplish that.
Mhm.
I mean, the other part here is, you know, why there? Why not put an addition on the garage?
That's, they want to be able to stand behind the house and see the barn. It's part of the aesthetic view from the house, looking out into the woods, you know, and see the barn.
What kind of road surface is going to service this barn?
There's not going to be. There's not going to be a driveway to the barn. It's still self-standing. If anything goes in, it's going to be, you know, a tractor or lawnmowers or.
I'm looking at these topo lines, and they're pretty steep.
Yeah.
So
They
this,
are.
this is way down the hill from
Right.
here?
Actually, do we have the pictures? I'm sorry. Yes, there is. This actually levels off right here. Comes down, we've got a clay berm around the septic system. So the septic system's about 4 feet higher than your normal grade here. This is really the only flat area. And it falls off this way, and it falls off to a ravine off of Hammond Hill Road over here on the other lot. So really where that barn is right now, that's really the only flat area that's down there.
I would like to see topos of that whole area to convince me that that's the only viable one. But then I come back, I'm still stuck on, move the line there over. I mean, you got 13 acres. You could easily,
Sure.
you could easily move it or adjust it so that keep 13 acres because you got all that space in the back.
I mean, I would just say that what's in front of you is the variance, right? Not the lot line change. I don't know if it's, Sarah kind of thought that you should focus on what's in front of you tonight, in this case.
So you're saying just deny the variance and tell them to go for a lot line change.
Basically, I mean, I'm not telling you to do anything, but that's
But
the
that's
option. Right.
that's the option that you're suggesting.
I know his thoughts are that he really doesn't know what he wants to do with the lot next door. He bought it, you know, just for protection. He was originally going to, you know, put another house over there for his brother, and his brother passed away, unfortunately. But, you know, right now, his focus is to try to get the barn built before spring. So that's why. Hence the variance.
Well, I'm somewhat not comfortable with it, but let's see where Fletcher and
Well,
Frank are.
this is this, right? This drawing is this.
Correct. Now, this is just an overall view.
And he
Of
wants
the
to
lot.
put the barn here.
Right. Back off here. This doesn't show you setback line per se.
Right, I
but it's
understand.
100 foot.
But this is this property.
That's correct. You have lines down the back and
Yeah,
in the front.
I understand that. I'd like to see a topo of the whole thing. You know, it could be a federal topo with just, because he's got all this land.
I think the main reason for the location is the view from the house. That's what I'm more aesthetic than
I mean,
I can tell you from what I've walked on the property that there really isn't a topo on that property that would accommodate a 24 by 40 structure, other than where it is right here.
well, if he could adjust this lot line to put a bump in it right here to accommodate that, he could put a bump over here so this would still be the same acreage. And it would just make the whole thing really simple. We wouldn't have to offer him, he wouldn't be here in front of us if he did that.
Pardon my honesty, if you didn't own the lot, you'd have to entertain the variance, correct?
That's correct.
Oh, he thought that would be a good thing to mention that he owned the lot,
No, it's a bad thing.
but he shot himself in the foot, right? I've been in this business too long, I know.
It's a little more of a process for the lot line change too. It's not that simple. I mean, yes,
We've
they have to
done
go
a
to,
couple of them.
oh yeah, go to the planning board. There's a public hearing. He also has to get permission to file, you know, from the county and all that whole process. So there is a process that's similar to this one. A couple more steps.
How large is the parcel next door that he bought?
13 acres.
13?
Right, yeah. Mhm. But that's a difficult parcel.
So is this one.
Yes. Yeah, this was not an easy build either. But the one next door is, I mean, we hit rocks, and over there it's rock heavy. It's a tough lot.
And he abuts, these people abut 343.
I'm sorry?
These folks here
Yeah, and I think
abut
that,
343.
right, yeah, they're the lots that front down on 343. Yeah.
But there will be no driveway going to it. It's just going to be a self-standing building.
How's the construction equipment going to get to it?
Is the side yard setback all right? We can't really tell from this.
Which one, I'm sorry?
Is the side yard setback okay?
No,
That's what he's asking.
that's what he's
No,
asking for.
That's what I'm looking for, variance on the side yard. It's okay from the road, but it's not from the side yard. is where the problem is.
That's the side yard. I was thinking that was the rear.
Right.
No, the road's here.
Yeah.
Believe me, if the septic wasn't that big, it would have been nice to put the barn right where that is.
Well, you know what they say, it runs downhill, right into the barn.
It sure does.
I don't really have a problem with it. That's me.
Okay.
That's me.
That's you, okay, then. Let's move on to the next step then, okay? Can I have a motion to open public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Fletcher, seconded by Frank, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody in the audience want to comment on this one? Howard?
Just for the record, I think it's been cleared up already. On the previous version of that, the EAF mapper showed wetlands, and I believe you said what you're doing is away from the wetlands
Yes.
sufficiently. So just for the record, this is the case, and I'll plug it in the minutes as well.
Yeah, we came back for a special use to the planning board, and we got a letter from James. Yes.
All right, that's all.
It's
Thank
in
you,
my
Howard.
memo right now.
Mhm.
It's in my memo that you have, that previous action by the planning board.
I'll make a motion then to close the public hearing.
Second.
Seconded by Frank, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, this would be a type 2 action. So can I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Frank, seconded by the chair. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, so they'd basically be asking for 36 feet to the property line. Okay.
That's 75.
No, that's side yard. It's 100, isn't it?
Yes.
100.
So you're talking about a 64-foot side yard variance. Okay. I'll let you make them.
I'll make a motion that we grant side yard setback variance of 64 feet.
Second.
Seconded by Fletcher. And since I'm gonna vote no, I'll ask for, whatchamacallit, Fletcher? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Motion done. The motion fails because you need a quorum of the board. You need 3, so your variance is denied.
How many people on the board?
5.
5. You need
You
3
need
for
three.
a majority.
Come back, and there's more of a
Technically, we voted. So now you've got to reapply for, I believe.
Probably a lot line.
Well, they can do a lot line, but he can also ask for reconsideration.
Good.
Okay.
I hate to complicate things, but your audio did submit a formal, his written resignation from the planning, excuse me, from the zoning board. So you're just using Katie Briggs.
Yeah, but there's still a 5-member board though.
It doesn't change the, okay,
I think it still
I
needed,
don't know, I don't know the answer to that question.
I think you need 3.
Right.
Still 5, I agree, it's a 5-member board, even if people aren't here.
Present.
That 5 doesn't change.
Did you change the one? It makes sense because the code says it's 5 minutes.
So until you fill that vacant seat, you're still a 5-member board.
Right.
Okay, so I will suggest.
So
that
you're-
we
So you got a couple of
Do
options.
a lot line realignment and reapply.
You would, if you do a lot line, you'd be reapplying to the planning board.
Planning board, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Deadline's next week for that, next Tuesday,
Okay.
to be on the December 6th
What
agenda.
would we need different to
You would need a,
submit?
But they're probably need survey work.
well, it's a minor subdivision application, basically.
Right, so I would like to say that we're gonna do a description.
And they're about
Probably gonna
4 or
need-
5 weeks out with survey work right now.
There they are.
You're probably gonna need more topo too, than what you showed on this map.
Okay.
So,
Okay, James, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming
All
out.
right, have a good
Be
Thanksgiving.
careful going home.
Same to you.
Okay, I guess we're up to White Rock Farm.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Joshua Mackey, Butts and Whalen for White Rock Farm. Lee Pace is here on behalf of White Rock Farm. He's an owner. Ilya Korlev is the architect of record for the project.
Okay.
You guys, why don't you just sit
Bring up
down?
another chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, just,
So, if this were many months ago when they began investigating the work, they would have told you, we don't think we'll have to be there. But when they started looking behind the walls and realizing what would be necessary to bring this up to modern code and specifications, you see the result. So we're here for a special permit under the code section 391-7 because this is an increase of an existing non-conforming structure, namely because it's a house from, well, probably earlier than 1822, but of record it says 1822. We think it's actually a lot earlier. It's about 30 feet from the road. It's right on the road on Butts Hollow. As you take the left off of 343, it's the second lot in on the left.
Mhm.
And whereas the code requires a 100-foot setback. So we read Mr. Werner's report. I take it you're Aaron.
Yeah, he's there.
Nice to meet you. We agree with everything that Aaron had to say, except for one thing. It's not a 38% increase. We show a 28%, and Ilya can explain
okay.
how we get there. So he has an easel, or at least some boards here that we could hold up if
Excellent.
Yeah, that's.
visuals. And if you want me to hold it up and stand there and make myself useful, I'm happy to do that.
I think that's okay.
And,
Yes.
Okay, orient us first.
So this is a Butts Hall Road.
existing house, like Josh mentioned, its existing setback is 30 feet from the road. So our intent is to, we're looking to renovate it to bring it up to the modern building codes.
Mhm.
So we're adding, there's an existing pergola. So we're adding a one-story extension on the lower level to house the kitchen and the laundry room. And then we want to bring up, the existing house up to the code, rebuild the stairs, put modern mechanical systems, and also upgrade the structure and insulation as well.
Help me, you're saying there's a first floor there already on
There's a
that?
lower floor.
So all you're doing is putting a second floor in that section?
So I have some images to kind of illustrate this too. So this is the view from the parking lot. So we're taking off second floor,
Mm-hmm.
and because we need to put duct work and mechanical equipment, we're raising the height of the second floor. We're replacing the pergola with one-story extension here. And so basically this from the front, this is your view from the road, from the side of the road. So we're removing some parts of the structure because, as you can see, the foundation is not sufficient, the framing is not sufficient. And we're increasing, we're building we're adding a bedroom upstairs. And the first floor, we're keeping more or less intact, except for rebuilding of this sunroom over here.
So that's the L shape then, that you show on this right here.
Right, exactly.
So existing is on the top and proposed is on the bottom, right?
Yeah. So the rectangle you see in the plan is this structure. It's a masonry structure. The slope of the side slopes away from the road. So this structure is not visible from the road at all, and this is increasing the footprint of the building, and this will go 2 stories.
But help me, you're really only increasing the height of that, I'll say rectangular side there, right? Not there.
Correct.
So you're not talking about a front yard variance there at all?
No, it's not increasing the
So
non-conformity.
We're
at
not
all.
increasing non-compliance.
So the only place that we're talking about for the front yard is the L shape there, which looks at the top of the L to the road as the shortest distance?
Right, so this corner is the shortest distance to the property line, so because the building is angled.
Okay, but the L shape says it must be more than 30 feet then, if I'm looking at that correctly.
Right, it is more than 30 feet.
So what's the number there?
You're talking, it's still within it does not increase the 30-foot setback from Butts Hollow. It's no more non-conforming, but I think John is asking, Ilya, what you're asking for, what is the square footage on the L?
No,
What's the distance here?
you're saying
I would say
It doesn't increase it.
It doesn't increase non-compliance. It's a little bit over 30 feet where we're building, but
then help me. So we're not talking, if what you're saying is, if I agree with what you're saying you don't need a variance to the front.
Correct.
correct. Yes.
You see that top picture there? But you are filling in the section from the right to the left.
Yes.
You're basically,
So this is the corner that's closest to the road.
yeah, but you are filling it in here.
No, we're keeping this setback. It's only this that's gonna come out. This plane stays the same here. So
Yeah,
this plane does not change. This plane comes out to mirror
this
this side.
this is bumping out a little bit. It's not a wall. It's not a continuous wall, right?
Right.
What do you mean it's not
So those
continuous?
3 windows are going to be inside that porch?
They're inside the porch, correct,
Right.
yeah. So
But you still have a
roof-
porch.
But the
Right,
porch isn't flush with the rest of the facade, it's back. That's what he's saying.
No, it looks to me like it's flush there.
Yeah,
You
so
come in
the
a-
balcony is flush, but interior portion of the house is set back.
Yeah, but the roof,
The roof does overhang.
Okay.
oh, yeah, so that's the footprint.
The footprint's remaining.
No, it's increasing.
The footprint is increasing on this side.
But the setback from the road
Setback's
is the
the same.
same.
No, it's not.
This corner is the closest to
Yeah,
the
but
road,
you're-
which we're not touching.
But you're adding new structure onto the front. It's like you were adding a porch on the front, you're adding a new structure.
Yeah, there's more structure at the 30-foot mark.
Well, it's
But it's
not,
no-
it's more, it's-
So I guess it's how you look at the nonconformity question or not, you know.
to me, your distance though is a little greater than 30 feet at that point. At the top of the L, if I look at how you've got the drawing there.
Right, it's gonna be more than 30. Right.
Hey, Josh, if this is 30 feet from there to there, right?
Mhm.
This has got to be 35 or 36 feet from there to there because the road is
Angular and
Yeah,
curves.
angular to the house.
Yeah. Is that right, Ilya?
yep.
So,
By about how much then more? Couple of feet?
I just say a couple of feet. Yeah.
Mhm.
how many? 33?
Let's say it's called 33.
No, that's.
The other one.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, the footprint, so basically this point, yeah.
So it says a 67-foot front yard variance. Okay, now you said, oh, you were talking 28% instead
Yeah.
of 38.
Different.
So help us, give us the numbers.
Go
Right,
ahead,
I
Ilya.
think it's just, it's a.
Just a math
The
thing.
existing square footage is about, like 30,
Existing is 2775, 2,775 square feet. And the increase proposed would bring you to 3,822. So-
822.
So it's actually like 27%, I think.
yeah, 27 plus change, but we just rounded up to 20.
0, 1. You working out the math?
I must have just calculated it wrong. If you're saying it's 28, then
20, right.
sure.
Whereas 25 is allowed, so that's,
Right. Either way, they're going over that 25%.
Right.
They need the special permit. I would go with the architect's number if he's saying it's 28 over mine.
No, wait a minute. No, I don't agree with your number. We're going from 2775 to 3822, right?
Was that 1,100?
It's almost 1,100 on a 27.
Well, the increase is 1047,
Right.
and
Over
the new is 3800.
No,
You go with the old.
22.
You gotta go with the old.
The old, you gotta
Yeah.
go with the old.
It's 30.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how much of an increase over the 2,700?
it is 38. It's 38. That was right.
You
You
go
take
off the
38, take
You have to
38.
old. You
go-
go off the old.
You have to go off the old.
Yeah, because you're increasing from the old. It's a percent change from the existing. Right, so 3822 minus 2775 is 1047. 1047 over the existing, which is 2775 equals 0.377. So 38%. So I was right.
Okay.
Are you gonna put some sort of deck on top of this rubber roof? Or are you just gonna,
Yeah, it's a brick masonry, accessible,
well, it just, I was always told that you can't walk on rubber roofs. Because they makes it leak.
we'll have to work out the details, but the intent, the design intent is a masonry, accessible
masonry.
masonry deck.
This is gonna be a deck or something
Correct, yeah.
on top of the masonry structure.
And, maybe it's not a rubber roof, maybe it's, other product, camper
Right.
systems or
Okay, I'm
something like
just-
that, yeah.
been in the biz a long time and I've always told, don't mess with rubber roofs.
I'll stop walking on that rubber roof.
Well, I put balconies and stuff on houses and
Yeah.
the roofers were like, you can't walk on that roof, so we had to put down matting and then plywood and put the balcony around the roof.
Well, they've applied for a building permit and they haven't received it yet, but I'm sure
Yeah.
the town's building department will flag all that stuff for them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just-
Okay.
Can I just ask about the conservation easement? Because I didn't note it in the memo. Is that, I assume you're working that out with DLC. They're
Yeah.
cool with all this?
Lee is reaching out to Art.
It is as far as I've.
It seems to be in compliance. It's just that they need prior consent. So I guess
Yeah.
the ZBA can still do what they do. But
We
with
get a
note-
letter from them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the ZBA's decision needs to rely on that, but, to honor
Does the
that
planning
easement.
board need a?
Well, the planning board needs to see this for site plan.
No,
because of
I
the-
understand that, but does anybody, either us or the planning board need to see the agreement from?
They provided it. It's in the application, the full agreement. They just need,
We just don't have a
the
response.
terms of the agreement say that to do an expansion to the house, section 5.2 of the agreement, says that changes to the structure require DLC's prior consent. So, they would need that. But it's not something that the planning board or ZBA needs to make their decision.
We don't have to make it conditional on them receiving that.
I don't believe so. I mean, I talked to Sarah about this beforehand too, just to make sure she agreed with me.
Suffice it to say, he's gonna do that, so.
Yeah.
By December, we should have a letter from them.
All the better if you want to provide it to the town. That's great.
I think we will.
Okay. Fletcher, any other questions?
No, I'm pretty calm about this one.
No questions.
Okay. Can I have a motion then to have a public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Frank, seconded by Fletcher, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, anybody? No? I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
Motion by Chair, seconded by Fletcher, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. This is a type 2 action, so I need a motion.
I'll move that. Move this, we declare this to be type 2 under seeker.
I'll second that. Motion by Frank, seconded by the chair. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. I don't really see any change to the environment. To me, it's not that substantial. It's not like you're going to 8,000 square feet or something like that. So they have no problem that it meets the conditions for an area variance. So I'll try and put the motion together.
Out of the old house. Yeah.
So it's
We like the old
Area
house.
variance and special permit.
Do it in two motions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll make a motion for a front yard variance for the addition of 67 feet and a 38% increase in square footage of the structure. And make a condition that the town does receive verification from the fact that, what's it called? An official-
DLC.
The DLC provides approval for it. So I'll make that motion. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it, but should we also add a condition that they get planning board approval?
No, it's automatic. That has to go to the planning board.
Okay.
Okay.
It's two separate, it'll be two separate approvals.
Second.
Okay, motion by the chair, seconded by Fletcher. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. I then need a motion that we give them a special permit. for this?
I'll second that.
I guess I made the motion, seconded by Frank. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And I need a motion that they go to the planning board for site plan approval on this whole.
So moved.
Motion by the chair, seconded by Fletcher. All in favor?
Aye.
You're good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So should we contact the planning board secretary or?
She's right there.
She's right there.
So the, yeah, the deadline is,
The deadline is like, you got 2
next
days.
Tuesday, yeah.
Right here.
All right. So one stop shopping. What's the date on the meeting? What do we?
November 22nd is the deadline,
Okay.
December 6th.
Okay.
Next Tuesday.
Next week. So November 22nd, we'll get everything in.
This next
And
week.
the meetings are at 6 now, starting in December.
Oh.
Planning board meeting.
That's probably better for you guys. Are you guys changing your time too?
Not changing.
I wasn't aware of that.
All right.
This planning board, no, this is because we have court Tuesdays before this, so I think that's,
I see.
yeah.
Okay.
But planning board is wide open, so they've gotten earlier and earlier. So
Okay.
now it's 6.
All right. Very well.
Chestnut in your house, or is it, oh, I don't think we got chestnut. No, I don't think it is. I think it's.
Thank you guys.
I think
Good to
it's-
see you.
Thank
Good to see you,
so much.
Josh.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
really? Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I know that the
Need a motion to
document
close
was
the
on you
meeting.
about, Sandy Allen, that she dated that back to the 1780s. So, would that have been Chestnut Forest through there? Because I imagine they would have actually built it from absolute, they took right off. Well, Chestnut was also superior building with the oak. It's much easier to get, and a little more insect. Well, I haven't had to do it. Well, no, but I mean, it's also, if you, it's yellower, it has the
I
same
need-
grain structure.
need a
but
motion
it's
to
yellow.
close
The chestnut is. and the
We're waiting
other-
for Fletcher. I make a motion that we
Adjourn.
adjourn our ZBA meeting.
Motion by Frank, seconded by Fletcher. All in favor?
Aye.
Be safe going home.
Good to meet you.
Good luck.